guys, my name is Melanie Ludy. I cover tech and productivity tips to make your teaching more effective. Today we're going to go into part 2 of my New Year's reset, setting your goals and making that kick butt planner. So last week I really went into how I make my vision board and how I decide what goes on the vision board. But I didn't talk so much about how I came up with my goals or how those tie into to-do lists versus monthly and my vision board list. So I'm super excited to announce that I created a workbook for you on how to do those things. So in this workbook, I talk about how to set goals, brainstorming, and making them achievable goals. One of the biggest things I talk about in this workbook is how to set SMART goals. SMART as in specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goals. So those of us in the teaching realm, we've heard this mnemonic before, but let me just hit it quick. So specific. So it has to be a specific thing that you want to achieve. So not just start running. No. If you just put start running, like you could run next Monday and that would be the goal. No, like if you're setting a yearly goal, it's not going to take one day just to do it. You got to make it specific. So measurable. You have to be able to figure out when you've actually achieved that goal versus when you maybe hit it, maybe you didn't. You got to make sure you meet your benchmark. Attainable. It has to be realistic. It has to be actually achievable in the year. So paying off your mortgage when you just bought a house. Probably not a realistic or attainable goal for 1 year. Also, timely. So it has to be time oriented. So you can't just have it kind of be forever. Like, I want to buy a house. Okay, when? This year? In the next 30 years? Be specific with your time. So a great example, a lot of people put be more active as a New Year's goal. Okay, healthy habits, good thing to have. But what does that look like? What does that mean to you? When are you going to be more active? How are you going to be more active? How often are you going to be more active? All great questions, all things that lead to making it a SMART goal. So if I was going to use that example, maybe my SMART goal would be I'm going to run 3 days a week and I'm going to complete 3 5Ks by August. I also talk about the big difference between goals versus habits. So a lot of people put for their New Year's goals that they want to be healthier. And a lot of those things tie into habits or daily things. Goals are really more of a one and done kind of, I completed it. Habits are things you continually do every day or every couple days to make sure that you stay on track. And acquiring habits can be a goal, but then maintaining them is something else. So in order to really put these on your vision board, I really think you should have a habit tracker, which is why I put several in that workbook I made for you. I have it all linked down below in my Teachers Pay Teachers store. Now, I know not all of you are teachers who watch this, so you don't need to be a teacher to access that store. You just need to have an email like you do for every other online store. You only would need to be a teacher if you ever wanted to sell products on there. Just as an FYI. Also in that workbook is how I make my planner and what I do for it. And you guys, I am in love with the colors and branding I put on it. I'm so excited about it. So I just have a plain Avery 1-inch binder. I put some really, really nice ones on the Amazon list. I've linked those down below. I'm really, really considering getting an upgrade because your girl deserves nice things and so do you. Now, my weekly to-do list here, and I've already filled it out with some things. This is dry erase and this is holding up really well. Wet erase would be better, but mine are still at school. So, working on that. But this weekly to-do list, I break it down by day and what's happening each day. The other nice thing about it being dry or wet erase is I can just erase this at the end of each week. No need to reprint the sheet. Also, clear page protectors for the win. Spend your money, get the good ones. I'm telling you. Monthly to-do list. The annual calendar, and my favorite here, the block schedule. So block scheduling. I love a good block schedule because it breaks down my days into compartments or kind of blocks of where I'm going to do certain tasks. So I know I'm most productive in the morning, so I'm going to put my most difficult tasks in the morning. They're going to be in my prep block. So making of activities, posting activities, that's all got to be done in the morning. It's going in my prep block from 7 to 9. But grading things, generally my brain is not going so strong around 4 o'clock at the end of the day. I'm petering out here. So grading, that's what happens during that time because I can just go boom, 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 done. Also, when I'm filming videos, I try and do those on weekends because I know I got to be sharp and I'm just generally not there at the end of the day. But by planning out my blocks and planning out my week, I'm able to really put things where I'm going to be most successful doing them. So like I'm not going to try and create a 12-page exam at 9 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. That just doesn't make sense. Preparation is key to success. I cannot tell you how important preparation is. I'm sure you know if you're watching this video, but it bears repeating. Other thing I want to mention, I have my days put into a block schedule, but I also have my activities put into blocks. So like my school planner has my to-do list, which includes some social and some house things on it, and some YouTube things because I only really want one to-do list. But my YouTube planner actually plans out when I'm doing what things. This is really mostly for lesson planning and school, and this is for YouTube. Having them separate helps me keep track of different ideas, so I don't have notes about, I have to talk to Isaiah and his mom about this project next to, hey, edit out this clip here and put in the Jeopardy theme song. Like, they're two conflicting ideas and it takes my brain in too many different places. By having them separate like this, it really helps keep my mind organized and then my work organized. The workbook also goes into putting your goals on a vision board. I went over that in last week's episode, so I'll link that up here for you in the eye. I'll also have a link to that workbook down in the description box. It'll take you to Teachers Pay Teachers. Again, you don't need to be a teacher to buy it. You just need an email. Also, if you are a teacher watching this, I have a teacher bundle add-on for the regular planner. It's packed full of teacher resources for you. So make sure you check that out too on my store. Thank you guys again for your support. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.